Today I'm going to talk about, should you have a bodybuilding or fitness or anything related to that sort of coach. And I just recently got a coach. For the most of my time that I've been in the gym, it's just been me. In the past two shows that I did, I've just been self-coached. And so I'm new to having a coach. But I wanted to sort of break this down between the pros and the cons. And I'm just going to go ahead and say there's more pros than there are cons. Number one, I'll start off by saying it's a matter of being able to afford a coach. Like, obviously they have to make money. Like, obviously you're going to have to pay them to coach you. But so I'll just go ahead and say that. You should only get a coach, number one, if you can afford it. And so the rest of the I'd say that's the most important thing, like, before we get into the pros and cons. But anyway, the pros are, you are going to have someone that's going to push you beyond what you're used to. And so maybe I know for me personally, like, I've always sort of stuck to I'll just go in there, and on chest day, I'll just usually stick with 225 at the high end, like whenever I'm on my third or fourth set, and I go up to the highest weight that I'm going to get to. I usually just stick to 225, and I've done that for as long as I could bench 225 for at least 8. But you're going to have someone that is going to have everything, if they're a good coach anyway. You're going to have someone that's going to have everything broken down, where you're going to have your weight, your reps, you're going to have your exertion of your energy, like how hard that set was and that weight. You're going to have someone that's going to critique every aspect of lifting, and you're gonna learn more about lifting in the process. You're gonna realize that you didn't know as much as you thought you knew. So you're gonna have someone that's gonna push you harder than, it's gonna take you out of your comfort zone. And so I'll say that as a pro, because that's what you need in order to grow. And I think most people, maybe not most people, but a lot of people get stuck in that comfort zone where they just think that they're making progress. They think that they're doing something beneficial, but they're really not. And like I said, I was one of those people where I would just stick with the same weight, and just because I felt like the burn a little bit, I thought I was doing something good and making progress, but really I wasn't. My body, your body gets used to the same thing eventually. So anyway, another pro is that you're going to, how do I say this? You're going to have that level of accountability to where if it was just you and you didn't have a coach, it's going to be easier to cheat on your diet or in training or whatever. And that level of accountability that you have when you have a coach is going to make sure that you don't cheat in any sort of way. And like me personally, I used to I would hold myself, if I wasn't in prep for the shows that I've done, I would sort of do the best that I can, is sort of what the term would be. I would eat the best that I can, but then I would also not really hesitate that much to cheat on any sort of diet that I had. And I mean, I never got to the point where I was fat, because I've always had a high metabolism and I've been naturally lean my whole life. But whenever it was just me and me personally holding myself accountable, I would not hesitate that much to sort of cheat a little bit whenever the opportunity arose. And so that level of accountability is definitely beneficial. whenever you're doing something like fitness related or something like that, where you need as much to perfection as you can get. Like, obviously perfection doesn't exist, but where you need to do as good as you can in order to see results. In my third pro, this is gonna like kind of be a little hard to explain, but for me, what I've experienced in the month or so that I've had a coach is that trusting that you are doing the right thing and that you're going in the right direction. I feel like for people that are self-coached or people that aren't extremely knowledgeable about anything fitness related, that they, at least I did, I would sort of second guess myself, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing this right? Am I doing enough? But when you take advice and when you're coached from someone that is beyond the level that you're at, you can trust the fact that they know what they're doing and that you are going in the right direction. Like when you trust that they know what they're talking about and that they're putting you in the right direction, that sort of takes a little bit of something off your shoulders to where, like, you don't have to worry about, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong or whatever? So yeah, and the only con I will say about having a coach is, I mean, it's not even a con, but just the fact that it's going to cost money. And that's what I talked about originally, and whenever I first started recording the video, was that it's going to cost money. But other than that, like, unless you're just not very serious about whatever goals you have, there's no other con to having a coach. It's only uphill, it's only positives, and I would certainly recommend it to anybody that's in the right place, anybody that can't afford it, anybody that's wanting to go to the next level in whatever aspect that may be to you. I wanted to make this video because I feel like it's a kind of a common question, but I thank you guys for watching this video. I just got back from vacation, so I didn't upload for like 9 days or whatever, but I'm gonna start to upload more frequently again. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.